Isaac. Isaac is a promised son, and he was only distant. And later, after that he grows up, he gets married with Rebecca, and Rebecca begot the baby of twins. First son is Esau, and the second son is Jacob. Normally, Esau should be first son, but God had a different plan. So Esau sold his first son blessing to Jacob. So finally, Jacob become a first son. And Jacob grows up. Jacob gets married with Leah and Rachel. And first wife is Leah, and the second wife is Rachel. And he had 12 children. And then one of them became his descendant. His name is Joseph. Jacob loved Joseph best, so he gave a special clothes to Joseph. So many other brothers belonged to him. So they sold. So that's why they sold Joseph to Egypt merchandise. So when Joseph 13, he slave of Egypt. So he got in jail, and he met a man who charged wine for the king. So one day, Egypt's king had a dream, but he didn't know what the dream means. The dream, so he looking for somebody who interpreted the dream, but nobody interpreted the dream. So, but Joseph could interpret the dream. So the dream was first 7 fat cows come, and later 17 cows come, and then 17 cows ate 7 cows up. So meaning of the dream, at first the 7 great years come. It were 7 rich years, and then after that 7 bad years come. So it is very important dream. So as a king, this is very important to rule the people. So King Joseph, the prime minister of Egypt. Now, Joseph became second place of Egypt. So he saved the many food for in each year, and he controlled the food 7 bad years. So 30 years. So nobody hungry in there. Also, Egypt's most powerful country in those times because of Joseph. And at the time, Joseph met his family. When Joseph met his brothers are very afraid of him. But Joseph forgave them because he thought that they sent me Egypt instead of God, so it was not brother's fault. So later, Joseph bring all the family into Egypt, and he take care of his family well. So when they out of Egypt, they were 2,500,000. So Abraham alone. Later, they become a country. The name is Israel. So far, I told you about Abraham's offspring. Now I will tell you about the meaning of the Abraham's offspring. So first, Abraham. God chose Abraham even though he made a stage idol, but God blessed him. And God gave a special child, and then Abraham had waited for 25 years. But Abraham made a problem. That was Ismail. So that's why Palestine and Israel still have a problem. So through this story, God's will always come true in God's way. And that's Isaac. Isaac blessed the second son. Normally, first son blessed, blessing. But Isaac blessed the second son. It means Jacob followed God's will, not tradition. And the son, Jacob was second son, but Jacob loved God. So Jacob really want to have God's blessing. So Jacob deceived his father and his brother. So finally he became a first son. So it means God blessed somebody who loved him a lot. And last, Joseph. Joseph's story is long, but Joseph's story is in God's plan. At first, Joseph's life is very difficult and miserable, but he was a slave of Egypt. But God changed him. God's plan made the country, and God gave a prime minister of Egypt, and God gave us special power and wisdom. So later, Joseph became a hero. And all the people of Egypt afraid of Joseph for 430 years, and then years. So through this story, God's will always come true, and then when we understand history, we should understand God's will in history. So now I will tell you my opinion. I found some very important things through this story. So first, God's promise is very important. In the Bible, when Abraham didn't get his son, God promised him, but he broke God's promise by begetting his son, Ismail. So his offspring will get great conflict, and his offspring have been fighting each other. Their life is very miserable. But Isaac's offspring were blessed by God. And then second, we should love God and follow God's will. In the Bible, Isaac had two sons. First son is Esau, and the second son is Jacob. Normally, first son, Esau must be first son, but God changed it. But God changed their life. So finally, second son Jacob became first son. And then last, we should know our life is in the God's plan. Such as Joseph. At first, Joseph's life is very miserable and difficult, but he was a slave of Egypt. But God changed his life. So he became a great hero, and he became a prime minister of Egypt. So I think that we follow God and we believe God. We believe God when we believe God or follow God, God's will. God will bless and change our life with His wonderful plan. Thank you very much for your